Good day, sir. I am Charlie Adani. My report is all about the study of comparative police system, the country of Liberia. Next is the contents. Introduction, comparative police system, comparative criminal justice, comparative court system, comparative correctional system, comparative juvenile justice system, international criminal justice, and identify the notable organized terrorist crime group. The introduction. History of police and general in Liberia. After the independence, a system was established with some individuals who were called favorite servants to keep law and order. These individuals were paid from remuneration they received from cases they handled or arrests made. In 1925, President Charles B.D. King ordered the formation of the first constabulary police force with headed by Major Abraham Butler as the first superintendent of police. This main duty was apprehend offenders and to preserve law and order. In 1956, the Liberian National Police was established as legal institution enacted by law to protect and serve. Other law enforcement institutes were subsequently enacted to support the process. Next is Law Enforcement Agency for Organized and Terrorist Group. Each of the the countries hosted by Interpol National Central Bureau disconnect their national law enforcement with other countries and with the General Secretariat via serve global police communication called I-24/7. As a part of their role of global investigation, NCBs work with law enforcement agency in their own country. Other NCB are sub-bureau around the world. The General Secretariat Officer worldwide contribute national crime data to our global database. In accordance with their respective national laws and cooperate in cross-border investigation, operate, and arrest. Next is comparative police system. Application requirements in Liberia. There are two phases, phase 1 and phase 2. Phase 1 will consider only applicants that have obtained the recruitment application number between 2013 and 2014. Phase 2 will be open the general public as of September 15, 2002. Application eligibility criteria is a citizen of Liberia. 2 is between the age of 18 and 35 years old. 3 is a list of high school graduate that has obtained certificate. 4 at 5 are physically and mentally fit. 5 has good employment record in currently previously employed. And 7 has clean criminal record and is not facing any criminal charge of subject to any investigation for gross human rights violation, including war crimes, crimes against humanity, or any crimes that violate International Human Rights Convention. And the last is not holder of any office in political party or similar organization and does not openly engage in party political activities. Next is organizational structure. The highest of the Congressional instructor is the investigator. Next is the Office of General of Police. Next is power and function of Liberia. The Liberian National Police, the National Police Force in Liberia, is to maintain public order and safety, to protect people and property, to identify and recover lost and stolen property, to prevent, detect, and fight crime, to identify and arrest criminals, to enforce the law and testify in court. Next is the rank classification of Liberia. Next is rank classification. So the salary of the Liberia Police is a person working a police officer in Liberia typically earns around 45,000 and per month. Salaries range from 20,900 or lowest to 72,300 in the highest. This is average monthly salary included housing, transport, and other benefits. Police officers' salaries varied drastically based on experience, skills, gender, or location. Next is comparative criminal justice. The Liberian National Police is the frontline force of Liberian security in a fight against crime, the protection of life and property, and in the maintenance of rule of laws indirectly by its institute. The LNP is also the frontier of the government in Liberia. UNMIL draws down. Next is comparative correctional system. To establish and maintain an administrator or correctional institute in public, including prison, patrol or probation hotels, work camps, local jails, and such as facilities may be required for the constable detention, control, correction, treatment, and rehabilitation of committed offenders. To administer for release of prisoner under patrol supervision, and to administer patrol service is the institution and in the community. To establish a standard for management, operation, personnel, and program of all the exercise power of supervision, visitation, and inspection over all institutions in Republic for the detention of person charged with convicted of an offense, for the safekeeping of such other person as may remain there to in accordance with law, and to any institution with inadequate. Next is comparative court system. In Liberia, the result of revolution, hypothetical disputes suggest that population in Liberia is familiar with the court system, and majority mention court to address cases of murder, rape, land dispute, and injuries. However, in practice, only minority of respondents to remove disputes in courts of a land grabbing cases since end of the war. Next is comparative juvenile justice system. Fair education program. The section established a fair education program to promote the invention of delicate behavior by children, identify the risk, good moral character. The section is recruited of a trained 30 per education As a part of the project, peer educators participate in school of community event areas of children most risk coming conflict with the law. Diversion Club. The Diversion Club is a school-based club dedicated to spreading positive choice making in school and school communities. Diversion Club members take on oath to avoid and help prevent juvenile delicate behavior while being role model to community and model student. Prison monitoring. In collaborative with Prison Fellowship Liberia with assistance of UNICEF, the section contributes to oversees the monitoring of juvenile detained at police disputes zones and prison 6 countries across the country. Social workers of section monitor police details and reports to station magisterial courts and prison to remain abreast of juvenile case and to secure that the best interest of child is paramount. Next is international criminal justice. Each of the member countries host an international central bureau disconnect their national law enforcement with other countries and with communication network called I-24. NCBs are at the heart of Interpol and how we work. They seek the information needed from the NCBs to help investigate criminals in their own countries, and they share criminals' data intelligence to assist another country. Next is notable organized terrorist crime group. In Liberia, the people of Liberia is classified to 3 major groups. The indigenous people who are in majority and who migrate from the Western Sudan is the middle. Next is notable organized terrorist crime group. The Liberia of classification into 3 major groups. The indigenous people who are the majority and who migrated from the Western Sudan in late Middle Ages, black immigrants from United States, known historically as Americano-Liberians. And the West Indies are the black immigrants from neighboring Western African states who came during the anti-slave trade campaign and European colonial rule. The Americano-Liberians are most closely associated with founded Liberia. Most of them migrated to Liberia between 1820 and 1865. Americano-Liberian controlled the government until a military coup in 1980. These are the terrorist crime group. As seen in Mali, Cote d'Ivoire, or Burkina Faso, terrorist group continue to mount attacks on beach resort hotels, cafe, and restaurants visited by foreigners. You should be vigilant in this location and avoid any crowded places and public gathering or event. And that's all my report in Liberia County.